bright blue eyes watch me from the opposite side of the breakfast table. I'm playing peekaboo with the twins, my grandnephews, Dublin and Finnegan. The boys stare, then squeal and giggle in all the right places. I hide my face behind a napkin and then drop it in my lap, making a surprise face. Next, I whip the napkin aside to reveal what I think is an angry face. The boys screech with laughter, waving their arms overhead and kicking their legs out in front of them. So I cycle through a street mime's interpretations of grief, of boredom, of fear. I am just their gray-haired goofball uncle, but these little boys think I am a rock star. They are my best audience ever, and there really is just no sound in the world like a Belly's baby laugh. On the other hand, a cranky baby can scream until your nerves are in shreds. And if he's screaming while seated in his high chair beside his twin brother, then his brother may join in. Then you have two screaming, crying, coughing babies who simply cannot be comforted. A pair of shrieking car alarms that will not be silenced. With contorted red faces covered in tears and snot and drool, their limbs become outstretched to full extension, their prehensile feet rotating at the ankles, hands opening and closing into balled fists. They are a pair of tiny, screaming, five-pointed stars, looking something like pocket versions of Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, if Vitruvian Man wore a diaper. Each time I enter either of the boys' line of sight, they smile and babble and crawl or toddle toward me, eager to engage. I might be trying to retrieve mail or walk the dog or get to an appointment, but if I try to scoot past Finn with a wave and a promise that I'll be right back, his howls of grief stop me cold. As Finn wails and sinks to the floor, I drop my keys, shrug off my jacket, and reach down toward his outstretched arms. Finn quiets as I lift him toward me, clamping his little arms around my neck and resting his head on my shoulder. I feel myself flush as I rock the boy and stroke his back, his breath warm against my skin. His body relaxes, and as I absorb his full weight against my chest, his tiny hand pats my back. Fast forward through a cinematic montage of training wheels and school plays and first whiskers and graduations, and I want to be here for all of that, to share more life with both these boys. I lie to Finn then, whispering a promise that I cannot keep. I will never, ever leave you, I say. A long time ago, I made peace with the assumption that children were not in the cards for me, and that I'd have to find immortality in other ways. But then Dublin and Finnegan, along with their parents, moved in with my husband Richard and me, and we've become, at least for a time, a mixed, modern, multi-generational family of 6. So this opportunity is a gift beyond measure, and I'm paying very close attention. Determined to get the most from this time we share, I will sing silly, made-up songs to Finn. I will retrieve the spoon as many times as Dublin drops it, and I will read Goodnight Moon aloud to them both 100 times, long before we start on Harry Potter. I want to help with their homework. I want to teach them card games and how to tie their shoes and how to ride a bike. And I hope to still be here for their questions about birds and bees and broken hearts. For now, though, Richard and I are simply overjoyed to be helping shape the lives of these 2 children whom we love with all our hearts. And we're giving them something of us that they'll carry forward far into their adult lives. And that's enough immortality for me.